Metal scholars. So let's talk about provider, sacred lust, substance, sexy. Maybe the fractured self? Well, the intro is amazing with the organ, right? I wanna be a provider. It's soft, sacred, intimate. But what if it's not love, but maybe a trap? At first listen, provider feels sensual, almost gospel. It's the organ chords, falsetto, lyrics that evoke devotion. Garner you with silk like a spider. Well, this proves that, the 6 eyes on his mask, definitely something related to the spider. But I digress. Fans, they quickly labeled provider like the horny track, right? A love song. Worship disguised as seduction. But as we know, nothing with Sleep Token is ever that simple. So the line between love and control, worship and destruction is razor thin. And this song walks it barefoot. So as I said, the spider metaphor, maybe it's not an accident. Using the expression gardener in silk definitely relates to the idea of a trap. It's not really to protect. It's mostly to immobilize. I don't think it's related to embracing. There's a song by Sleep Token called Mine from This Place Will Become Your Tomb where Vessel talks about that as well. It's more like possessive, not really romantic. It's spiritual obsession, so we're not talking about love. It could be like sleep and all of the metaphors and everything, or it could be something physical, intimate. But basically, it's trying to say to us, I'm a final decider, or at least I'd like to be a final decider. In this case, it doesn't feel like an offering. It's more like a demand, to a partner or to a god. We're talking about fractured identity. The question is this even Vessel? Let's try to go deeper. Some fans have stated, if you go to Discord or Reddit, people think that this might not be Vessel's point of view. This could be Sleep's voice, or it could be a fragmented past self related to the song. It's still someone trying to assert dominance. Roll a die. You bet I'm a rider. Your outer shell. Your secret insider. That's not sweet talk. That's manipulation. Feels like a parasite trying to crawl back inside the host. And if you follow the arc from like Sandowning, This Place Will Become Your Tomb, Take Me Back to Eden, all the way to even in Arcadia, you see that there's, narratives of submission, worship, and obviously now resistance. So what if provider is the past trying to reclaim the present? What if Vessel is trying to move on, but part of him refuses to let go? Another possibility that we have is to see like the idea of addiction, worship as addiction. Another reading that we could do, and it hits just as hard, maybe even harder. What if the provider isn't a person, but a substance? But you've been hitting my phone so hard, I found it breathing through a tube in the ICU. Wow, that sounds like an overdose. Maybe the phone is a trigger, a bad memory. Fingers on skin, foxtrot, the bodies that converse like old friends. It's a beautiful part. He knows it isn't too good, but it feels like home. I can give you what you want. Well, I guess it can, but it will leave you empty. How about the illusion of choice when he says, I'm going under this time, not diving in, not falling in love, drowning? We've seen that metaphor in the past. This might not be mutual desire. It's collapse disguised as being really close and intimate. A spider offering itself to a fly. Can you imagine that? It's a game, but would you like to lose that game? The lyrics, they state that you don't lose games on purpose unless you're trying to feel something. Because that's the thing. If you don't feel anything, feeling is already something. Another possibility would be for the song to be about desire. Underneath it all, he's just screaming, just like in Caramel. Did I give you guys what you came here for? This could be a nod to the fans who over-sexualize Vessel, or they try to flatten the meaning of the music or the whole project. Sleep Token might be baiting these fans, right? Giving them the horny lines while they hide the suffering in plain sight. That is parasitic fame. It's turning inward. And then you have the repetition, right? I want to be a provider. Is it a provider or is it your provider? We don't really know. But it definitely feels more like desperation than seduction. But it's the repetition. So it's kind of like a mantra, manipulation, even mourning. Not just a desire to give, but to possess, to control, and to consume, which is very sleep token-ish. It's self-erasure, which is very akin to sundowning. It's the past reaching out again in a divine way and demanding you gotta kneel again. I mean, the arrangement is sexy. It's a psalm of spiritual and psychological dependency. It's a hymn to a god who might be a person or a drug or your fractured past, personality, even fans, right? Parasocial fans, or sleep as an idea, a collective unconscious. It's what happens when worship becomes compulsion, when love becomes obedience. It is sacrifice. Do you agree? What do you think about this song? Please let me know in the comments below. And as always, music is what music does. I'm signing out. Bye now.